The results? It detected PFAS in almost everyone who participated.
And I'm joined by Andy Parati, investigative reporter with Atlanta News First Investigates. And today, Andy, we're talking about PFAS, which is one of those forever chemicals. Before we watch the story, explain what PFAS is and why we should be concerned about it.
Decades. You likely probably have a product in your home right now that has PFAS, and it's a chemical that is used to help things become not sticky or oil-free. They're in your nonstick cookware, they're in your food packaging, they're in your stain-resistant carpet, so we're exposed to it a lot. Oftentimes, though, the manufacturers that make this deposit it into water treatment plants that don't have the capacity to remove it. So it's put back into our waterways, and then it's treated or not treated, and then it ends up in our water.
They call this a forever chemical because essentially, one, it doesn't break down within the natural system, but it also doesn't break down in our bodies, right? It accumulates over time.
Yeah, and if you're drinking this for decades, there will be an elevated amount into your bloodstream, and the consequences of that is that it's linked to numerous different types of cancers, high blood pressure, thyroid issues. There's a number of different illnesses that if it's in your body for long periods of time, it could impact you down the road.
There's a blood test for that. You can actually be tested to see what the levels are of PFAS and these forever chemicals in your blood, right?
And that's why we traveled to North Carolina, hundreds of miles for this story. We took that information, brought it to some residents in North Georgia who've been wanting this, and here's the story that we came up with.
This is on the road near the North Georgia mountains in search of an essential resource, clean water. Is safe after the state discovered high levels of a cancer-causing toxin in a river Rome used for its drinking water 8 years ago.
It feels very third world, especially like I said when my daughter was a baby and I would have her strapped.
To respond to the contamination, the city shut down its primary water intake facility in 2016, using another river for its water. It's also building a new multi-million-dollar plant that will eventually remove the toxin. The chemical of concern, perfluoroalkyl, or PFAS for short, used by carpet manufacturers upstream and deposited into the Oostenaula River for decades, linked to high blood pressure, cancer, and birth defects.
We don't know the complete scope of how this will affect our bodies, how it will affect our babies. I just want to know, is there as much cause for concern as what is being presented?
To find out,
looking at 54 minutes of flying time.
Atlanta News First traveled hundreds of miles to a North Carolina city that uncovered a similar problem in its water in 2017.
Our pleasure welcoming you to Wilmington, where the local time is 11:21.
And how it took action could serve as a roadmap to how Georgia might respond.
This is the Cape Fear River. It provides drinking water to the city of Wilmington and other communities. And just like the city of Rome, its source of contamination is upstream, linked to a company that dumped PFAS into its water for decades.
Families and experts are still trying to figure out the impact of chemicals, including
one group of chemicals known as PFOS. The levels in our drinking water are higher than the new minimum goal.
Quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of quietness and silence. Everybody deserves a right to know what's going on.
So all impacted. They all found out on the same day that their drinking water supply was contaminated. It was contaminated by a toxic, dangerous compound, and that there was nothing we could do about it.
To measure the impact, Burdett and hundreds of Wilmington area residents took part in a study conducted by North Carolina State University to test their blood for the toxin. The results? It detected PFAS in almost everyone who participated, no matter where they lived. Burdett's blood among the most contaminated in the entire study.